I should have put the liner in these pants. They're mesh, and it's like 50 outside Fahrenheit. It's fine if you're standing around, but in a wind, it's cold. It's very chilly. Almost to the point I should have wore better gloves too. Almost time to bust out the winter gloves. Not quite, but a few more degrees, and it will be. Once it gets down into the 40s, for sure, bust out the winter gloves. These are my fall gloves. And then I turn into a sissy pea pants. The older I get, the more sissy pea pants I get. You guys probably remember, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, I used to only have a motorcycle and ride all year. And I was, yeah, you run that red light with your expired temp tags right by the police station. Yeah. Oh God, that's cold. Whoa. Woo! It is not 50 down here in the cold, dark. Huh. Anyway, started riding in 2008, 2009, something like that. And I started on a little 50cc scooter, and I got a Ninja 250. Then I had my Supermoto forever, and in the meantime I had other bikes come and go. Had an ER6N, had an FC07, and then I had a T-Dub, and now I've got this XT250. Well, look at that. Roll out the red carpet. And yeah, so I've been riding a long time, and I don't want or need a bigger, faster motorcycle. This is not my thing, and especially as I get older, so like I'm almost 40, like I'm staring down the barrel of 40, and two things. One, I just don't care anymore about what people think. The older you get, I think the more true that is. But also, I just, oh, big bump. I also don't care, yeah, part of that is I also don't care to ride all year anymore like I used to, because I don't have anything to prove, and I don't have to, because, you know, I'm married and we have a car and a camper van. Ding, 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 ding. It's great. So I don't have to prove anything to anyone, so, you know, I don't. So no, I don't ride as much. I used to ride so much. I have well over 100,000 miles under my belt. Just adding up the mileage I've put on all my bikes. My KLX alone was 53,000 miles before I sold it. That was my Supermoto. My Ninja 250, I only had it 9 months, and I put over 12,000 miles on it. I put about 26,000 on my ER6N. I actually had two ER6Ns because it got totaled. I low-sided in a corner and it slid into the curb, and it would have been fine because I had crash bars on it, but when it hit the curb it flipped over and bashed the frame in on the corner. So, frame replacement, total loss. That was a sad day. I was fine. It was a low side. It should have been just an easy low side. It wasn't even high speed. I was going like 35, 40. But it hit that curb and it went wonk. And it flipped over and dented in the frame. Dang nabbit. So, that was frustrating. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, lots of miles. And now I'm just on a little dual sport, and I ride when I want to. And yeah, that's lots of I hope, I mean, I'm probably still gonna get the trolls. You don't know how to ride, you're doing it wrong, and it's fine. There's always room for improvement. I still fuck up, you know, but it's not like I've mastered it, but I've made it this far, and yeah, I'm not trying to impress anyone. What's that guy doing there? Huh, that's interesting. Are you lost? Weird. Brr. Yikes. But it's supposed to be like 77 when I leave work. Look out, squirrel. Coming through. So I didn't want to like wear too much cold weather gear, because then I would melt this afternoon when it's in the upper 70s. So I'm just kind of dealing with, I'm shivering, and I'm really looking forward to, I keep a space heater at my desk at work because I work with a bunch of dudes who like to keep the office, and I swear, like 62. It's not. It's probably set at like 70, but it gets down to 68 in there. And it's just, when you're just sitting still trying to type, that's just too cold for me. So, I mean, they're getting up and, oh no! Yeah, there's no way he could see me with the sun. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. That's the other thing, I don't get road rage anymore. Sometimes you might hear me be like, what the fuck was that? But it's more just incredulity sometimes at the stupidity of people's choices. But I don't blame anyone. Motorcycles are hard to see and people are distracted, and most people don't like driving. So their brain is desperately clawing at doing anything else but driving. And so that's why they're looking at their phones and fucking around and daydreaming and not paying attention, because they really wish they weren't in their car. I don't understand that. I love driving. Anything. My van, my car, my bike. I like being on the road. I love driving. Always have. I get that from my parents. My dad, he was big into hot rods. He built his own hot rods, and you know, he liked to go fast. His last car before he died that he built was a 10-second 84 Fox Body Mustang. Not the stock motor, completely new motor in it. Custom made carburetor for it that he made himself. Anyway, so it ran on leaded fuel. And my mom loves road trips. She took me on my first road trip when I was 4 months old, and we drove from Chicago out to San Francisco and back. So like, it's just been part of my life. This guy is going so slow, and his car is like held together by like ratchet straps, it looks like, or bungee cords, and he is struggle bussing. If there's no one coming, I'm going around you, because you're not safe, and you're like, oh my goodness, so old. But her car, like, it was, the whole back end of it was just ratchet strapped, and that's not, and she didn't seem safe or comfortable driving, and I just don't want to be around that. Was that a passing zone? No. Was it a safe pass? Yes. I had a clear line of sight and plenty of power to get around her quickly, and there was no one coming. What was I saw? There used to be a really pretty tree there, and now it's a stump. We've had a lot of really nasty storms though, so I'm not surprised. I don't like to tailgate people. I try not to. If I don't have an easy, if I'm going to pass them, I'll just go ahead and pass them, like I did with that lady. Then I'll come up on them hot. But like, otherwise, it makes them nervous. They don't like, plus I don't want someone doing that to me. It's kind of a golden rule thing, you know, especially on a bike. I cannot stand being tailgated on a bike because it's so dangerous. Because if you accidentally fender bender me, it's not going to be a paint exchange. You're going to hit my rear tire, and I'm going to go fling shit. I'd rather not have that happen. So, whew. Pretty fall colors though. At least there's that. Oh my goodness. So So basically, this is the ride in which I complain about getting old and being cold, and I don't know if I'm complaining so much as just explaining. I don't know.